Hello, hello, and welcome to Bitesized Podcast. I'm your host, Zandalee. Bitesized Podcast is a holistic nutrition podcast for pregnancy, postpartum, and baby starting solids to further educate you on all of the options available to support you on this journey. Welcome back to the dinner table, my friends. Gosh, it feels good to be back. I'm excited because we're actually talking about one of my favorite nutrients, calcium. The reason I love talking about calcium is because I think most of us my age grew up chugging milk by the glass because we were under the impression that milk contained loads of calcium and it was going to make our bones strong. The other reason I love talking about calcium is because I recently heard the old wives saying it costs a tooth to make a child. Now this is wild to me. What an odd saying. But it's because if you're not consuming enough calcium or have enough stores in your body will actually start to break down its own bones, which include your teeth, to ensure the baby growing inside of you is getting enough calcium. This is also why there are some dentists out there who can tell you're pregnant even if you aren't showing and didn't share that information with them. So why is calcium so important? Well, it's important in life in general, but it takes a big jump in the second trimester. Calcium has many benefits for both mom and baby. For the baby, it becomes important in the second trimester because at 20 weeks, the baby's skeletal system is developing as well as their heart and muscle systems. If the mother is not consuming enough, there is a risk for deficiency. As I said, if not enough is consumed, the baby will start to take calcium from the mother's stores, which can cause poor bone health. These stores can also further be taxed if breastfeeding after birth. A deficiency can also increase the risk of gestational diabetes and preeclampsia. Supplementation of calcium has shown effectiveness in reducing the risk of preterm delivery if dietary calcium intake is low. So what are our calcium requirements? At 20 weeks, we need to aim for about 1,000 milligrams per day until birth. The good news is pregnant women absorb calcium better than non-pregnant women. This is very cool because as the baby's calcium needs continue to increase, so does the improved absorption in pregnant women. Now, calcium is also tricky because it works with a lot of cofactors like vitamin D3, K2, magnesium, boron, and silica. Dietary sources are always our preferred source of nutrients here at Bitesized, so for those with no restrictions who love cheese, you're in luck. Gruyere, Swiss, mozzarella, goat cheese, all some of the top calcium sources. Sardines are also a good source if you love those little fishies. For my plant-based friends out there, sesame seeds, chia seeds, beet greens, collards, and tahini are going to be good options for you, but you want to be mindful of how frequently you are consuming them, as you do run the risk of deficiency if you're not consuming enough. Supplementing might be considered if you are pregnant again within 6 months of your previous pregnancy, or are breastfeeding and pregnant at the same time, or have poor bone health, or can't meet your dietary intake. When looking for a supplement, your best bet is marine algae. Now, there are other sources you might come across that you should try to avoid, as these are going to be poorer quality, harder for your body to absorb, and may cause some gastrointestinal side effects. These are your rock sources like coral, marble, limestone, chalk, or shells. Again, these should be avoided, and marine algae would be your best option. I also want to recommend you divide up your doses for better absorption, and be sure to avoid taking them with your iron supplement, as this will inhibit your iron absorption, as we discussed last week. Again, if you are a daily dairy consumer, you likely don't have to worry about supplementing, but if you avoid dairy, you might want to consider supplementing. So there you go, my friends, a short and sweet episode on one of my favorite nutrients. So get out there, eat lots of cheese, and keep those bones and babies healthy. Don't forget about all of my discount codes. Whether you're on this journey to conceive, pregnant, or starting solids with your baby, I've partnered with some amazing companies to save you money and support you in this journey. Needed for all of your supplement needs, whether you're trying to conceive or are half-cooked, they've got you and your partner covered from prenatals to collagen powder. You can use code Bitesized for 20% off. OVRY for ovulation strips, pregnancy tests, and male fertility tests. Whether you're trying to get pregnant or avoid it, these are good for you and the environment. Bitesize 10 for 10% off. And finally, be sure to check out Raising Humans Co. for all your silicone tableware needs. Use my code Bitesized for 10% off by shopping at the link in my description. Don't forget to find us on Instagram at bitesized.podcast. And as a reminder, I'm cooking up some recipes over on YouTube if you want to find us there. Thank you so much for tuning in today, friends. Please leave us a 5-star review and rating wherever you listen to your podcasts. And in case no one has told you today, You look radishing. Bye. Although I am a certified holistic nutrition consultant, I am not your consultant. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not always specific to you and your needs. While I strive to provide you with the most up-to-date and accurate information about nutrition, this is not a substitute for professional medical advice, and you should not solely rely on the information herein.